Heyo, Fast Hands Hero here. I'm going today to give you a brief tutorial on how to create a scene and set some actors in it and have it pretty much battle ready for your campaign, for your setting, whatever you need to do. Let's jump right in, alright? So first things you're going to do is you're going to come over to the Scenes tab. You're going to go to Create a Scene. Let's see, this one's going to be Old Town Base. Create new scene. First thing you want to do is you want to go and select a background image right here. That's going to be your map. Scroll on down to choose file, and then you simply cruise through your computer. Here we go, Old Town Base. Boom. Alright, and we're going to select that file. Good stuff. Now, I personally like my maps to be pretty large so that my players, proportionate, but some good size. So I'm gonna go 4,000, which is what it was, and 4,000. Great. Other things you can go through on here. I don't like to run grids or anything, but you can set up grids, hex, all that kind of stuff. I do gridless, just personal preference. Your background color, you can alter that. That'll see back here is this gray. That's one of the modules I use, pointer module, but all that trim area is gray, and you can set that to whatever you'd like. Next, very important, is token vision. So token vision is going to basically allow your tokens to see. So there'll be an area of the fog of war, a radius around the token that your players are able to see. Global illuminations mean the whole map is lit up. I usually don't do that unless it's like a world map or something. Fog exploration, I always use that. It is so when my players are moving around, it'll eliminate the fog of war. When they move out of their sight radius, they'll have a kind of fuzzy vision of what was behind them. They'll know the area, but I can move in enemies or other tokens without them knowing it's there, even though they've already discovered that area. Moving down your darkness level, night, day, global illumination threshold. That's literally when it reaches a certain level, it'll just disable. I don't use either of those. Down here, you can have your journal notes, any of your journal notes attached to the scene, so that you can just click on the scene and have the notes ready to go. You can set up a playlist to play automatically when the scene starts, and you can set up a weather effect to play automatically when the scene starts. And yes, so we're gonna hit save, because I'm not gonna do any of that stuff right now. And over here you see on my right, Old Town Base. Let's go ahead and click on that. Boom. Now we've got a scene for our players. This thing I'm moving around is the calendar and weather app, which is real nifty. We'll run through that in another video. Alright, so I've got my scene set, right? Pretty simple. Let's say I want to throw some walls up real quick. Now, walls will keep your players from going into certain areas or they won't be able to see past them with their vision either. Now, walls is involved. If I'm just throwing up something really quickly, I'm probably not going to throw up a whole lot of walls. But it's pretty easy peasy. Let me give you a brief rundown. Let's just do the simple one. They wouldn't be able to walk through these brick walls, right? So we're gonna throw this up. Let's throw one right there. And I want them to be able to see the wall, but I don't want them to see past the wall. So we're gonna throw that right there. And let's see, just to kind of give you guys a brief idea of what that does. So let's jump our boy Barry down here. Now see, he's not able to see the rest of that wall. Where it really comes in handy is, let's say this is a pretty tall building. I don't think he'd be able to see very high up on it. So we do something like this. You'll have to play with it, but basically look. This tower's, a good 15-20 feet high. He's not going to be able to see over it. It wouldn't make sense. So we throw in some walls. But as he moves around, he can kind of glimpse more of it. It's a really nifty tool for indoor use, in my opinion, rather than outdoor use. A lot of the map packs that you download will have pre-built walls and lighting in them, which is super nifty. That will help you a whole bunch. Yeah, let's see, I don't want them to see past this gate either. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and now I can go ahead and drop a couple tokens in right here. But Barry, the player, will not know that. Alright. And that's pretty much it. Slapping together a scene real quick, real easy. You want some lighting effects. I don't really have any going in, but let's say this guy over here has got a little torch going. Set that up, double click it. You can choose what kind of lighting it is. Local light is usually what I go for. You can choose the radius of it. Let's see, it's going to be torch lights. Let's put it a little more on the red orange side, and let's pick the torch effect. These effects will make your light do all kinds of crazy stuff. Highly recommend going through it. You can really set up some cool things. I know I used the hexadome to show a Lich's force field at one point, which was really neat. And with the torch effect, you'll see that there's a very gentle throb to the light. Alright. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Stay tuned, I have plenty more coming up. Thanks a bunch. All the maps that you see in here are actually featured on my Patreon. Link is below. Go ahead and sign up if you want to get access to all of these. I make weekly maps, so hope you guys enjoy.